Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from McFarlane Toys in their Dune line, we are featuring this wonderful 2-pack featuring Gurney Halleck and Glossu Beast Rabban. Alright, so on our left, we have Gurney Halleck as portrayed by actor Josh Brolin, and on our right, we have Rabban as portrayed by actor slash former WWE superstar Dave Bautista. This 2-pack, I think, is great, especially if you did not acquire the Build-A-Figure Rabban from the first wave, maybe close to 3 years ago. Wonderful package design. You really get the polar opposites right down the middle. On the left side, you kind of have this portrayal of like dusk or dawn in the background behind Gurney. And on the back, you kind of have nightfall behind Beast Rabban. Both figures come with their accessories down the middle, and there's also, it looks like, an extended display base towards the bottom. It looks to appear to be like a decorative base, much like the ones that we see with the Chani action figure and the Paul Atreides action figure. But this one looks like it's extended to accommodate 2 action figures. On the back, we have brief character bios for Rabban, a brute force of nature. Beast Rabban's petulant rage continues to grow at the towering enforcer for House Harkonnen on Arrakis. I got tongue-tied for a second. Gurney Halleck. Gurney's defiant strength and expertise in battle are once again put to the test as he reunites with Paul to fight alongside the Fremen and exact revenge against House Harkonnen. Yeah, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. I've been shooting videos all day, so kind of losing my voice, kind of losing my mind, but it's fun. So this 2-pack, like I said, I think it's a great, for one, it's a great value. I bought this on Amazon a few weeks ago, and at the time it was on sale. I think maybe for like, I want to say $29. Or no, I take it back. I might have paid $26 for this on Amazon during the holidays, and it's a great value if you didn't build the Beast Rabban figure from the first wave. This is an excellent way of getting a Rabban figure without investing in every figure from the first movie. I took a look at the Paul Atreides and the Zendaya figures. Both are excellent figures, and I stated this in the other videos. I really feel like the figures for the new movie really step it up. Not that there was anything wrong with the figures from the first film, but these newer figures, man, the paint application and the detail, it feels like a lot of extra care went into this newer assortment than the first one. First impressions of both figures while they're in the tray. Wow, these are something to marvel at. The armor alone, look how detailed and beautiful everything is. It looks like there's a lot of weathering and dry brushing to really like breathe the life into it to make it look a little bit more realistic. You get the 2 trading cards underneath, right there. You see the Gurney Halleck card on the left and the Beast Rabban on the right, and you also get Beast Rabban's whip over on this side also. And like I mentioned, this comes with a decorative display base. Whereas the Zendaya figure and the Timothée Chalamet figures do come with a decorative base. They're only about half the size of this, whereas this one is made to accommodate, looks like 2 action figures. You can see the foot peg right there and then right there. So you can kind of have them so that they're facing off against one another. Alright, so for the sake of the review, I'm just going to take a look at the action figures only. I'm just going to leave the accessories in the tray for now. Oh man, this is a beefy, chonky boy. The Beast Rabban figure. And then here's the Gurney Halleck. Let's take a look at Gurney first. So for the Gurney Halleck figure, the likeness to actor Josh Brolin, I think is, wow, that's just incredible. He kind of has like a wound above his eye on his left brow. The armor, again, is just simply just, man, it's just fantastic. All the detailing is really nice. You know, it's so sharply and cleanly sculpted that, you know, the details are just so fine. And then when you apply the paint to it, man, it just really, really adds a heightened sense of realism to the action figure. You know, the weathering on this looks fantastic. It really does look like this figure's been standing out in the middle of the desert for a while. If anything, I guess one of my gripes is that the elbow joint here, I kind of wish it was the same plastic as the sleeves. It's kind of unsightly that it's black because there's a disconnect there. You know, the pins here, they match the sleeve color, but the actual joint does not, so that's kind of bothersome. But that might be the only negative points against this figure. I mean, otherwise, look at that head. It looks great. The hair sculpting is well done, very clean. Articulation. The head does look down, does look up. It's pretty solid. It's what you expect. The armor pieces, thankfully, don't really get in the way, so you can move the arm upward. Bicep cut. Double pinned arms, or double pinned elbows. Articulated wrists. There's a cut mid-torso. And this is kind of like on a ratchet. There's also swivel at the waist, which is nice. He doesn't want to crunch forward that much. Arching back, likewise, is kind of stiff. Legs kick up, not too high, unfortunately. They do kick outward. Again, you're kind of restricted by the plastic diaper over here. Double pinned knees, articulated ankles and toes. So the articulation, it leaves a little bit to be desired, just because it gets a little stiff in some areas, and it's kind of preventative in some motions. But otherwise, in terms of the presentation and the overall aesthetic, this is a really, really beautiful figure. And I think out of the hero characters that I've reviewed so far, out of the Zendaya and the Chani figure and the Paul Atreides and this one, I kind of feel the hero characters I've reviewed so far, I kind of think the Gurney Halleck one might be my favorite so far. Even though the Paul Atreides and the Chani figures both feature wired bendable capes, I just love this one. This one, it's a larger figure. I think the facial sculpt really conveys the emotion of the character, and it's just nice. Right, so next we have Beast Rabban, as portrayed by actor and former WWE superstar Dave Bautista. So the one thing that kind of threw me off with this figure is that it's kind of the same way as when you see it in person. But when I first saw the marketing images for this figure, it kind of took me back, just because Bautista's face just looks really, really fat. And I'm not sure if that's just because that's what he looked like at the time when he filmed the movie. Because I follow Bautista on social media, you know, I think during the time period when they're filming the movie, he was kind of going back and forth on his weight. But I think that was more so, I wasn't sure if that was necessarily dependent on the roles he was playing, or, you know, maybe he just wasn't bulking up or swelling out like he normally does. But, you know, he definitely has more weight in his face, which I don't think is a bad thing, because it kind of falls in line with some of the other House Harkonnen characters, like Baron Harkonnen, you know, the big, fat kingpin-like character. And it also kind of, you know, feels like this is what the character is kind of supposed to look like. You know, he's a little bit more indulgent, a lot more beefy. You know, this is definitely a chunky action figure. I kind of wish I brought the Build-A-Figure with me to compare it. But if you missed out on the Build-A-Figure, this is a nice, you know, replacement. Again, much like the Gurney Halleck figure that we were looking at just now, wonderful detailing on the armor, beautiful micro texture. You know, it really scales well with this figure. There's a little bit of disconnect though in terms of the color presentation, because on the front it's a very light, weathered, you know, almost like a gunmetal feel. But then the minute you turn them around, it's almost kind of like they neglected to paint the back, which is kind of unfortunate because there is a disconnect there. It's not going to be that bothersome if, you know, if you're just displaying this on your shelf and his back is against the wall. But it's something you will notice, you know, once you turn the figure around. It looks like a lot of care went into the front of the figure and not necessarily the back. But yeah, overall it's really well done. It's crazy. It really does look like Bautista. That's nuts. Great character likeness. So yeah, even though I thought the face looked a little fat, it still really does look like Dave Bautista. You know, unlike some of the other figures, you know, like the Jason Momoa Aquaman or like the John Cena Peacemaker from Suicide Squad. You know, the likeness on those were terrible, but this looks fantastic. And man, look at the folds and wrinkles and the detailing on the pant leg alone. That's amazing. Yeah, McFarlane, they never disappoint when it comes to their sculpts. You know, they're always this like grade A. And the paint application on this one's really nice as well. Like I said, it's kind of bothersome that once you turn them around, the back, it's lacking the care and attention to detail that the front has in terms of paint. But overall, it's a very solid figure. This is a wonderful set. Like I said, I got this on sale at Amazon. As of this recording, it's December 31st, 2023, and I think it's still on sale on Amazon in the States. So if this is something that you're interested in, you know, definitely give it a look-see. I pulled the trigger on it on Amazon just because this set was also at my local mall, but my mall was charging like, I think like $59 for it. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $60 just for these two figures. And when I saw them on sale on Amazon for maybe like $26 to $30, I'm like, you know, no question about it. I'm just going to pull the trigger on Amazon. All right, so excellent figures, well worth the purchase. If you're a fan of the movie, if you're a fan of either actors, you know, get it. So wrapping this up, once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.